great opportunity out here with KTM, who've dished up a riding day basically for some of the 2022 model bikes. It's been obviously very difficult in the sort of pandemic lockdown environment, but here also with Dean Ferris, so three-time Aussie motocross winner, GP winner, currently motorhome gypsy on the road.
Yeah, pretty well, yep.
Yeah. But look, really good opportunity. We've, we spent most of our time today, I guess, testing the four-stroke, the 250, 350, 450 SXF from KTM. Yep. Refined package, which you seem to really like. But I thought I was talking to you a little bit earlier. You've got you've got your own 300 enduro bike, an EXE TPI. But I got to say, you came out on this 250 SX. The only 250 motocross bike we've got out here today, and you look right at home on it almost straight away, man.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of 252 strokes, but personally never done any on a KTM. First time on mine, I was very excited when I seen it there. And like I said, I got a KTM 300 EXE, which I've pretty much converted into a motocross bike. So I got a plate in the front, did away with all the headlights and stuff because I've been coaching, but then I've just been doing a few laps here and there. So yeah, I was excited to compare it to this bike. And it's the first bike I took out today, and it's probably what I did the most time on, actually, just because they're just sheer fun, aren't they? So,
yeah. The biggest difference on a track like this is obviously got some jumps of consequence. There's some big G-outs, there's some pretty, you don't want to be coming up short. But I saw some of that stuff, you almost like you were driving through the thing without the engine braking, the pop-up, you were driving through, and it actually looked like you were flowing on some of these sort of downhill ski jumps and stuff. Like, you look more comfortable on this in a way.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, actually, because this track in particular, like on a 450, you're going so fast, and then you got a lot of braking, engine braking, you got to slow down for the jumps, where this thing you just kind of back off and you just kind of just flow and go straight through the jumps. And just because there's no engine braking as well, the entry speed on the corners is quite high. And yeah, it's just so different to a four-stroke. That's why I find it so fun as well, and a little bit more challenging, but also very surprised with the torque that this thing has, because the riding I've done on a 252 stroke, you really got to get on the clutch. It wasn't like that on this. It's quite torquey, which is a big surprise, actually.
That makes it easier to ride. So you've ridden the 3/4 strokes today as well. What's your advice to some average guy, say a B grader, who's kind of like tossing up between a 4-stroke and one of these? Torquey makes it easier to ride. It's an acquired taste. It's a lot different, right? And a lot of people struggle to adapt their 4-stroke riding technique to 2-stroke rather than the other way around.
Definitely. I mean, you just got to be a 2-stroke fan if you want one, okay? Otherwise, go get a 4-stroke. But look, if you want to be a hardcore motocross rider and learn some awesome skills before even getting on a 4-stroke, I'd say get a 2-stroke. Get a KTM 125 or a 250 2-stroke, because the throttle control and clutch control that you learn from these things is really important. And look, if you're not looking at getting serious in racing, this could be a good option. If you want to just have fun, and that's it, and not worried about getting a whole shot. Not saying you can't, because you can, definitely on one of these, but if you just want to go have fun, you want a pretty cheap bike, something that's reliable,
low maintenance cost.
Low maintenance cost, just tip fuel in it, some 2-strokes, some pre-mix, and hit the track. This would be your bike, I think.
Well, mate, it was awesome to have the 111 out here today. I didn't actually know you hadn't ridden one of these 2-strokes from KTM, but I reckon he's going to be looking for a 125 pretty shortly too. Have a crack on that. What do you reckon?
No. Oh, to have a go on, yes.
Yeah.
I won't be buying one myself, just because I'm, I like 450, and if I was to get a 2-stroke, it'd be this one, a bit more power. But I've got some friends that have got 125s, and I've had a go on them recently, actually. So again, you got to be even busier, as you know. I think they're a 6-speed gearbox, and 125, so you've got to be pretty busy to keep it in the right rev range, I should say. But
no, it was awesome to see you out there, mate. It was cool, and let's see. We hope we see you on the racetrack next year as well.
We'll see.
You never know.
Yeah, never know.